I was never really a runner. The way I see running is a gift, especially when you have stage 4 cancer. I'm Anne. I'm running the Boston Marathon, presented by Bank of America. I run for Dana-Farber Cancer Institute to give people like me a chance to thrive in life, even with cancer.
Join Bank of America in helping Anne's cause. Give if you can at BofA.com/supportAnne. What would you like the power to do? References to charitable organizations is not an endorsement by Bank of America Corporation. Copyright 2025.
Hi, and welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I am a food truck business trainer, author of Food Truck 101, Beginner to Winner, and Food Truck 201, Get Off the Truck. This podcast is all about helping you start and grow your food truck business. Last week, we started going over my book, Food Truck 101, Beginner to Winner, and went through it chapter by chapter. Went through the first 5 chapters. This week, we're up to chapters 6 through 10. So today, we are on chapter number 10, which is entitled Ready, Set, Go. My intention when I wrote this particular chapter was this would be the end of the book. I had written a couple hundred pages to this point and thought that I had covered every single thing I wanted to cover in the book. So I put in this chapter called Ready, Set, Go. And I wanted to have in it why people fail as a food truck vendor. Because I've taught you how to be successful to this point, got you opened, but now I want to give you the reality of what people end up doing. Because it's all fun and games until the work starts. And then it gets a little bit tough. So 26% of the people that I talk to, now this is all my information. I have trained a ton of people. I have also bought a whole bunch of equipment over the years from people that were selling out because they couldn't make it. And I talked to them, well, how come you failed? What was the problem? And then I would take that equipment, fix it up, and then in turn flip it. So I sold a lot of equipment as well. So 26% of the people that I've talked to said they didn't fully understand the rules and regulations that were set up by the health department. And that caused them frustration and grief. And they said, that's it. They threw their hands up. We're out of here. We're getting rid of this particular truck. Now, chapter 1, I Have a Food Dream, covers the rules and regulations and how you research those so that you understand what you're getting yourself into. It's chapter 1. You haven't bought a food truck. I tell people, do not buy a food truck. That is not the first thing you do. The first thing you do is research the rules and regulations, because more people quit at this point than any other point. And they quit because they haven't spent any money. But at least they've proved to themselves that, hey, I don't want to deal with the government. They don't want to deal with the complications. So they quit without having incurred any loss in money. But people that did buy a food truck, 26% of them quit over the rules and regulations because they couldn't follow them. 23% told me that they didn't have a clue how to market themselves or how to do social media to help promote their business. They thought all they had to do was buy a food truck and people would show up. They thought all they had to do was give good food and good service and people would show up. They didn't market. They didn't do anything to build their own business. I cover that in 2 chapters, marketing in the streets and planning your social media. 2 chapters on it. 19% of people I talked to that I bought equipment from said they had trouble serving the food fast enough to satisfy their guests' desires. I talk about setting up your food truck or your food trailer in an efficient way in the 2nd chapter, which is titled What's on the Menu. And throughout my book, I talk about service or speed of service 90 times. One of the things that annoys me to no end is when somebody puts up a sign that says, I cook to order, or they put up the ridiculously insulting sign of good food is not fast food. So here's what I'm going to tell you. There is an entire industry built on fast food, and their stores are doing millions of dollars a year in sales. The companies are doing billions of dollars a year in sales, all based on what? Fast food that's served in a manner that people want. Now, if you're going to say, well, McDonald's and Wendy's and Burger King, oh, what's up? Go to a Chick-fil-A. They are ridiculously fast. They are ridiculously friendly. And their food is good. You want to learn how to do something, copy somebody who's doing it right. Copy Chick-fil-A. There is always a way to be able to anticipate cook or hold cooked food. Every company does it. Do you think that Gordon Ramsay goes out and creates that beef Wellington the second that you order it? Do you? Do you know how long it takes to cook a beef Wellington? Do you think people are sitting around the table waiting that 90 minutes it takes to prep that and let the dough rise, then let it cool, and then cut it, and then wrap it, and then stick it in the oven? No, they're not. A food truck implies convenience. Convenience implies fast. You want to be a great food truck? Get your food out fast and make it taste delicious. That's the key. If you want to put down McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's and Chick-fil-A for being fast, because it's fast food, I'll give you permission to do that when you hit $1 billion in sales. I'll even make it easier. I'll give you permission to do that if you can hit $5 million a year in sales like Chick-fil-A's average. If you can do that, then you have the right to say that your food comes out at your pace, not the pace the guest wants. People go to a food truck because it's convenient, because it's fast. And then it's up to you to serve delicious food so they'll want to come back tomorrow. 17% of the people said they had too big of a menu. Chapter number 2. What's on the menu? I tell you to think about everything you want to sell and then edit yourself down. Get yourself down to 4 or 5 main items max, 2 or 3 sides, a handful of drinks, 1 or 2 desserts. Anything beyond that, you will not be able to keep up. You will not be able to store on your food truck, no matter how big it is. Quit lying to yourself and thinking that a big menu and adding one more product is going to be the one thing that you need to be successful, because it is not. Good food, good service, those things will make you successful. When Wendy's started out in the late 60s, early 70s, they sold, guess what? Hamburgers, chili, french fries, Frosties, and sodas. 5 things. And he grew that company into a multi-billion-dollar a year company. Now, of course, over the years, other people got involved and said, hey, we had to have salads, and hey, we had to have chicken, and hey, we had to have this. But they started and got good with 5 core ingredients. You're just starting in this business. Follow the lead of people that have been there before you. You do not need a 30-item menu. 15% of the people that I bought equipment from said, man, this hard work. And they felt like it was too hard to work compared to the amount of profit they were making. In my book, I talk about profit, the P&L, budgeting over 110 times. You're in business to make money. You can't do it by guessing. You can't do it by, it's okay. We'll get more people today. There has to be a plan. That's why we talked about a business plan. There has to be every single thing laid out for you. The book helps you do all that. I help you do that on our Facebook group. If you're not a member, why the heck not? You can get out there and join the group. I answer questions all day long. I answer questions in between phone calls. I have phone calls all day long from people that want to be successful. All you got to do is join the group. All you got to do is get into the courses and the coaching that I do. You can be successful if you want. You got to do the work. But I just told you 15% of the people felt like the work was too hard. That's because they weren't organized. They didn't take the time to plan their business. Thank you guys so much for listening to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. If you're finding all the information helpful to your food truck business, please become a monthly supporter of the podcast. Just hit the support button or follow the link in the description. Every little bit does help keep us going. Join our Facebook group. It's called Food Truck Training. We have a whole bunch of awesome members at all different levels, from brand new beginners to decades-old veterans. They've all got your back when it comes to helping you with your food truck. And again, thank you for listening. Come back tomorrow, because you know I got plenty more to say when it comes to helping you and your food truck business grow.